Amen. All right. I'm gonna go sit in the back.
Okay. Really short context.
What's your name?
How do you spell your name? Jocelyn, Jocelyn, Horne. Quick context. I went to a funeral last November and I got called up to say something, and I didn't know I was going to get called up. But this is as if I kind of was told I was going to be giving a speech. Hello, friends and family of Eric Rice. My name is Jocelyn Horne. I'm feeling a lot right now, and I know it's not just me. It's an honor to talk about him and have the opportunity here in front of you. I'm a little nervous. I just want to say thank you for inviting me in so we can all mourn together. I saw this quote once by Glennon Doyle Melton, that grief is love's souvenir. It's our proof that we once loved. Grief is the receipt that we wave in the air that says to the world, look, love was once mine. I loved well. Here's my proof that I paid the price. Like our grief is a receipt that proves that we loved. And I think about that a lot. Most of you probably have no idea who I am. I've probably known Eric for the least amount of time of anyone in this room, but I've probably spent more time with him in the past year and a half. I met Eric when he came to the sidewalk for the first time, and almost every Thursday from that day moving forward. For those of you who don't know, he got involved with the pro-life ministry at the sidewalk with the abortion clinic. And if any of us knew Eric, we knew that he's stubborn. If you told him he couldn't go somewhere, he would just ever much more firmly decide that's exactly where he's going to be. Even after the surgery in his legs, he was back and out again. And let me tell you, from that pop-up chair under the big tree at the end of the sidewalk, he would swear that if anyone would ever touch me, he would get up and kill them. Oh, and I would say, oh, come on, Eric, you don't mean that. And he would look at me and say, oh, baby, I do. That old rugged Marine vet would have fought all over again for what he believed in. We talked about a lot of things on the sidewalk. I don't know all the details, but most of us here know that he did know a little bit of his struggle with alcohol, depression, suicidal thoughts, PTSD, and marital issues. He would sit in his chair at his spot on the sidewalk and complain about how he had to journal for CR. And we would talk about the Old Testament, and he thought I was a genius when I knew exactly which passage he was going to talk about and why. I'm kind of his adopted granddaughter. Was kind of his adopted granddaughter. Eric would always give me a hug and say, how you doing, baby? He was the only guy who would or could call me baby and it not be weird. Shoot, I just messed up my thing. I can't find it. Here we go. And it's truly been a privilege to be adopted in this way by your family. You grandkids in the room. I want you to know he always talked about you guys. He was so excited to be able to visit you in Tennessee. He wanted to move there so badly to be with you more. He loved you so much. He was wanting so bad for me to house sit this summer and watch the cats so that he could visit you guys. I see you little ones running around. I recognize you from the pictures he showed me on his phone. Last month, for me, it felt like it came out of nowhere. I got the text that Eric was in the hospital. Mrs. Schroeder and I made the trip to Trader Joe's for some flowers and then to Mercy Hospital. Always humorously feisty, even and especially more so when he was locked up. Like, come on, guys, you know Eric. And I trust you could just hear his voice as I tell you how Eric vowed to me he'd just up and leave if they didn't let him out in 2 days. He also said if only he had hot sauce for his gross hospital food. And I like as if I was in a skit, pulled out one of those mini Tabasco bottles in the hospital. It was the funniest thing ever. He was so thankful for all those flowers. And I just wish that I knew that this was the last time I would actually hear his voice. I had the honor of taking the 2+ hour drive with my dad to UCSF the Saturday, 2 days before we got the news. At the hospital, he had a tube down his throat. I don't know how much he was there mentally, if at all. But we were in that room while he was fighting through dialysis, in there talking, singing, praying, and holding his hand. For all you precious family and those who didn't get the chance to. He was loved. And he loved you guys. And it is so hard for me to say this. But I am so glad he gets to be with Jesus. I am so glad that he gets to be away from all the pain. I am so glad that his body doesn't hurt anymore and that his mind doesn't want to kill himself anymore. And I am so glad he gets to be with Jesus and have paradise and gets to ask all the Bible questions that he was asking me, except getting better answers. I am so glad he gets to be with the people that have died. And I am so glad he gets to be with God the Father and that he's going to be able to have peace. And I am so happy for him. And I just wish I could have said goodbye better. I think we all do. And so if grief is love's souvenir, then I think we can all hold up the street seat to tell him we love him. We love well. And even though it hurts, we can say, Eric, look at my receipt. I love you. Love you. We love you.